Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. Man, big beef happening in Arizona, in Tucson, between FBI and Pima County. It appears they're trying to say that it's all good, but reportedly they're clashing over evidence in the Nancy Guthrie case, which is interesting. But is it all that surprising that when, you have a crime like this where, the local sheriffs and all, they're the ones who usually handle all of this, but because of media and all that sort of stuff, it gets to the top, and then the FBI director ends up flying in, Kash Patel. The FBI, says, we're here. I mean, it seems like a movie. The FBI says, we're here. This whole thing seems like a movie, which is maybe... It's strange that it seems all like a movie from start to finish. Like it's being concocted, or... I'm not trying to be a tinfoil hat, but it's just like, it's one thing after another. It's like, they descend on the guy. Helicopters, cars, they descend on the guy. We got him. Wasn't him. We found a glove. It could be it. We found a glove. And then Pima County comes out and says, yeah, we found lots of gloves. So why is we found a glove like a new... It's... The FBI seems like... And how was New York Post? New York Post was on the scene for when they found the glove. This could be it. This could be the smoking gun. Then the Pima County sheriff comes out and says, no. We find the gloves all the time and we test. This is nothing new. But I think they're clashing over optics, evidence, how to conduct proceedings, what's like usual protocol and what FBI are trying to do. And as I say, Kash Patel, I'm not sure if Kash is there right now, but he had flown down to help with the investigation, and I don't know if he's helping at all. Well, if you ask Pima County. Though the sheriff did speak to reporters and said it's not even close to the truth. We're cooperating. But the sheriff also said we've found quite a number of gloves during the search, and we don't really know the true value of these gloves. But it's just crazy that when we found a glove, we found the guy, they're descending on like the sister's house or whatever. You know what I mean? Like all of these new reports, new this. And is anything actually being done? Like has anything, the fact that they're releasing the Ring doorbell of the guy, that was a bad sign to me that they need help. You've got his face and you can't find out who that face is. So you need our help, like as web sleuths, and everything else has been kind of a red herring. That we saw security footage of a guy that looked like him at the time, or the guy that looked like him doing this. As far as I know, it hasn't led to anywhere. All the ransom notes, who knows who sent them? The person who took Nancy or just an online troll? It's pretty easy to be an online troll, changing your VPN, send it out, try to get attention. No one knows. Or maybe a couple people do, but nobody knows the truth behind any of this evidence or any of this stuff. If any of it's real, all we know is real is that there was blood found out the front of Nancy Guthrie's house. She wasn't there anymore. And a guy who's a male between 5'9" and 5'10", an average build, and he was carrying a black 25-liter Ozark Trail hiker pack backpack. That's what we know. That guy has something to do with the disappearance. And anything else, I think, is just like noise. But the fact that we're 2 weeks in and they haven't found the assailant yet or whatever, I'm starting to get worried they never will. And the FBI's in there sort of like trying to take charge. But I think there's a distrust between Pima County and the FBI maybe. That like, are you just here for optics and because it's a big story and they send in the big dogs, but are you really here achieving anything, or are you just creating press for yourselves? Or I don't know. But maybe they do need help. Like they haven't found anything. They haven't even, it doesn't feel like we're on the road to finding this guy really. I think that all of these things are just red herrings. So we will see over the next few days and weeks, hopefully not weeks. I mean, whatever the case is with Nancy Guthrie, I hope we find the truth, because sometimes these cases go cold, and that's got to be the worst of all for your 84-year-old mother. When the case goes cold, you think you'll never see her again anyway, but you need to know the answers. You need closure as a kid. So I can't believe, I can't even comprehend what the Guthrie family is going through with all of this media attention, with we got him. They must go, oh, like, we got him. Have we got her back? Remember there was a story online about a helicopter went to the hospital from where everybody thought online. I was online at the time on Twitter going, oh my God, she's actually alive. This is a Hollywood movie. And none of it was real. So it's hard to know what is real and how far along they are to catching the person or to getting closure for the family. The family must just be like, and also the family's being accused in this too. There are members of the family who are being accused as being the bad guys, because is it the FBI always in their backyard, or is it the Pima County? I bet that's relevant. There's officials always in their backyard, so people assume they must have something to be involved. And I see the photos online matching. It looks like the it looks like the bandmate of this, and looks like I mean, you put a mask on anyone and you're like, yeah. It was a nighttime camera and they're getting daytime. Yeah. It's hard to, it's not enough evidence. And the police and the FBI would have been through all of the family members and people close to her. That's the first thing you do. So if they haven't named them as a person of interest yet after 2 weeks, I doubt they are a person of interest. I doubt they are someone who the internet wants to know the answers. And so they're blaming people, but blaming family members and stuff. How horrible to your family.
Someone said, this is so true. Duman Kak, I don't know, I can't say his name.
Okay.
Said, people have high expectations, thinking they will find them quickly, like in the movies. No, that's so true. We're all watching this like it's a movie.
We are.
I mean, it's a tough thing. I don't. If I was the FBI, I don't know what I would do. It's a tough thing to do. And this guy sounds like he did a pretty good job.
I mean, he did a pretty good job of hiding the evidence, except that he didn't know the Ring doorbell camera thing was there.
That's the thing.
How dumb do you have to be?
I think he just got lucky the rest of it then. But they're slowly getting all these items. They got the backpack identification. They got this other video, which I think the other video is a key point in this whole thing.
Which one?
The one of the man 18 minutes before, the other footage of him walking up to the gate.
I heard they'd already cleared that guy.
Did they?
Search that. Tony, can you search that up? You know how we did the story yesterday about a guy,
put that up that he was
double backpack guy?
Yeah, I think he is cleared.
Can you see if they've cleared him or not? I thought I saw a story. They'd cleared someone. I thought they had cleared him. I think these are all red herrings. And the video that we have of the guy, the Ring doorbell, black and white, at Nancy's house, they've had that almost since day one, probably. Not day one, but day 4 or 5 or 6. The FBI and the police have had that footage for way longer than we have, and they haven't been able to figure it out. That's why they're giving it to us. He's cleared that guy. See, all of these things, I don't know if any of them are real. I don't know what evidence they've really got besides, I know there was blood outside the house. And suddenly there's a tent over the blood, yesterday or something like that. We need to do something now. This is almost 2 weeks after she was found, and now you're putting a tent up?
Can you imagine that you are just a few miles away from her home, you get home from work, you didn't lock your door or something, you have to go over your fence, and then all of a sudden cops are showing up at your door, and you're just like, hey, I was just trying to get in my house.
True. Or was that him? That could have been.
I don't know what he was doing.
I don't know what it was doing either.
Everybody's not safe over there right now.
No.
There's a delivery driver that was freaking pulled over.
True. The DoorDash guy. If you've ever been driving around that area, they might pull you over. What's the most likely scenario here? I think the most likely scenario, based on the video we have of him at Nancy Guthrie's house, is that he walked up kind of casual, he was idling up. He didn't know the camera was there, so he had to grab some shrubs, all nervous. It seems like it wasn't a planned. It seemed to me like it wasn't a target. He didn't target Nancy Guthrie and want to kidnap her. It seems like maybe he was going through. It's a nice house. It's a big house in a isolated area. Maybe it was some sort of home invasion type thing gone wrong. And why he would take her, I don't know. Maybe there was DNA underneath her fingernails. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't know. But this isn't a movie and probably won't have a movie ending. And maybe not have an ending at all. You know? I would hate for this to go cold for the Guthrie's sake. How does Savannah go on with her public job smiling every morning? How do you smile every morning, Devin?
How do I?
Yes, to get through life.
It's tough some days.
Yes.
You guys ready? He's going to be on fire, so
Who?
he's going to want me back out there.
Oh, is there stuff happening Is there stuff happening in the newsroom right
I
now?
want stuff to be happening.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
All right, let's get started then.
Wow.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton. This is Devin Rahl.
What's going on?
Happy Friday, mate.
Friday the 13th.
It is too.
Did you not know? I'm not one of those guys, are you?
I'm kind of,
Are you superstitious?
No, I almost think it's going to be a great day today.
Really?
Like, I'm an anti-bad luck thing. You know,
Got it. Like, if you see a black cat, you're not like, or like walking underneath a ladder?
No, I think kind of luck is what you choose to feel in. Now, when I see those unlucky things, I choose to feel like they're lucky things. You know what I mean? Like, because luck's all bullshit anyway.
You like co-opt it.
It's all bullshit anyway, so you may as well feel good about it.
Yeah. I just found out it was Friday the 13th this morning, actually.
You ever wish on eyelashes or wish on 11/11?
Is that an Australian thing?
You don't wish on eyelashes?
What about like a 4-leaf clover?
Do you wish on eyelashes, Tony? Oh, you've heard about it, hasn't done it, Tony?
Has it worked for you?
No, never. That's why I've changed my...
I don't believe in luck.
I don't believe in luck either.
Okay, well, we're on the same page.
No luck,
All
brothers.
right, well, let's get into the news.
We're going to cover the latest on Nancy Guthrie. My big takeaway from where we're at is that there's beef between FBI and Pima County.
Yeah, wild. It's like, shouldn't you guys be working together?
They're not. We'll also talk about Cardi B because it's Cardi B versus ICE right now. I don't know if it's a fight she wants, but it's a fight she's chosen.
Cardi B, this is like on brand for Cardi B, though. She doesn't back down from anyone.
True. And David's family, David as in the
Forgot about David.
romantic homicide,
I don't think that's what he's known for.
the song.
You think that's what he's known for?
Yeah, that's like his biggest song right now, romantic homicide.
You would say when you think of David, that's what you think of.
Oh, maybe I'm just deep in the Reddits, bro. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about it. I think of the Celeste Rivas case.
Yeah, which could be a romantic homicide as well, bro.
Oh, okay.
What do you?
I thought you were talking about like he's known for his music.
Yeah, and did you hear the words that come out of my mouth? It's a romantic homicide, maybe in real life too. That's why it's like crazy.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it. Sorry.
This is really a what's the beef like episode. All our stories, me and you, like
No, we're
beef.
good. We're good.
We're good.
You think we're bad?
No. We're good
We're good right now. For now.
for now. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for joining us live. Maybe you're live, maybe you're not. Leave your comments. We'll talk about them. And if you're listening in your ears, on a walk, in the car, thank you.
Thank you guys so much. And subscribe.
Well, don't subscribe if you're driving or something.
When you pull over.
When you pull over, first thing you do. Okay. It seems like Kash Patel and the Pima County sheriffs who are investigating the Nancy Guthrie disappearance, it seems like there may be beef because there are conflicting reports about evidence and protocol and who has the right of way. Namely, Pima County has been sending off evidence to their own labs instead of sending it to the FBI for the FBI to do their thing. And they're like,
this was I think had to do with evidence with the glove they found or different items that they found, and they were swabbing it for DNA.
And the blood maybe as well. I don't know if the FBI have their hand on the blood, but it's evidence in general that Pima County, and this is their county, they're sending it to their own people, which they normally would do. And because of the media attention, the FBI's flown in and said, let's us take over. It's like a movie.
It's weird to me because don't you feel like at the, all these people's job is to find Nancy Guthrie and to find out who possibly abducted her. So why are they not working together?
Because it's like any workplace. Like our job is to like get stories on the website. But if you're that type of personality and I'm this type, it's hard for us to work together to get the
but
result.
I also feel like getting a story is a lot different. Is a lot less important than this.
But personalities matter, I think.
And I think people just have egos. But I was always under the assumption, and maybe I'm an idiot, but I thought the FBI just trumps all. Like, I thought the FBI just swoops in and it's like everyone has to stand down.
I thought kind of too, but in those,
they have the authority.
In the movies where that happens, usually the county sheriffs, they do stand down, but reluctantly, right?
Well, because they're obviously law enforcement agents and it's their case and they feel like they want to probably be the ones.
This is my case.
Well, exactly. Like, they were the ones that were there first and, were on the scene first. So I feel like they're like, this is our responsibility. But it's just ridiculous. It's like high school to me. It's like, dude, you guys all should be working together. And to me, I feel like the hierarchy, FBI has the power over everything.
And maybe if they had been working together, we'd be in a different place than we are now, because
for sure
we have nothing. I feel like we've got nothing.
I feel like they're starting to have something. I mean, we got the video and the photos of the
they've
perpetrator.
had that for ages. We got.
No, they just got it when they put it out. I'm talking about the ring camera from Nancy's house. They just had gotten that.
Is that right?
Put it out. It took forever to get it for some reason because she didn't have the subscription.
Why do you think they didn't hold it and like go through their own digging before giving it to us?
What? Giving it to us. They put it out on their
but they must have. I think they had it for some time.
No, they said it took a while to get it. And stop saying giving it to us. They put it out to the public.
Right.
But they now have they've said it's a male between 5'9" and 5'10", average build, and carrying in this backpack. They identified the exact same backpack that we obviously went through the video and matched it to this Ozark Trail hiker pack that is sold at Walmart. But the problem with
only sold
so the problem with that though is that like it's a $10 backpack, and it's also like in these particular cases, what they'll do is they'll try to identify certain items, and then go to the stores where those are purchased, and then you look and see who purchased it and look through surveillance. Obviously, it takes a lot of time, but the problem with it is a $10 backpack that I'm sure they've made tens of thousands of, and you have no idea when this person bought it. If he could have had this backpack for however long.
Totally. No, well, it looked new, to be honest, but
yeah, that's true.
If you are a person who is planning to go and kidnap someone for ransom for $4 million or more, do you go and buy a $10 backpack with which to do it? I don't think you do.
So this it leans more towards your theory that it was just a home invasion gone wrong.
Yeah,
and that
would you really
don't
buy a
think there
$10
was...
backpack? Wow.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, they needed money, so clearly they didn't have a bunch of expendable income.
Well, hopefully they can get on the same page. But like when I hear stories of a glove,
well, yeah, I know
they said a glove is found.
I do want to say the sheriff did deny these reports and says it's all BS, and that says they are cooperating with the FBI, but it isn't that. That's what they would say publicly.
Totally. But like it's interesting that like a big news comes out like a glove's found. Maybe we're on the trail, but then the Pima County guy says, "Oh no, we found plenty of gloves." You know what I mean? It's almost like conflicting.
And it's also like, wait a second, like
why do we think? And also, remember they tried to arrest that guy Carlos, and it wasn't him, and all that police presence. If you're Pima County, you're going, guys.
It does kind of seem like they're grasping at straws, right? Like they don't have anything very solid.
It feels like to me.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like you get any information like these ring camera and Nest videos from surrounding neighborhoods, and you see someone that looks similar, or
of course you said
someone doing something. You gotta look into it.
Yeah.
So
I'm worried it's going to go cold. Can you imagine being the Guthrie family, bro, with all of these like ups and downs? We got him. We got this.
I mean, to be honest, I thought like you mentioned that delivery driver that they detained, Carlos. What was that on Wednesday, Tuesday, maybe?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this story's over. They got him, and then it was just released.
And the helicopter was going back to the. Remember we were tracking a helicopter going to
but
the
that ended
hospital?
up being not related. But
so imagine being the Guthrie family.
But that's also the problem. Like I like all these social media sleuths. It's great. They uncover a lot of great stuff, and it's like all these people like just at home that probably should be working, but good on them. But they're not like law enforcement, but they're working around the clock.
Around the clock.
And the problem is they are getting some stuff, but there's also so much information out there that like a lot of it ends up being nothing.
Right. Okay. Let's move on to our next story. It's Ice versus Cardi B. It's a fight she chose, and And good on her, I guess, but I don't know how her tour's going to go now.
The
Because,
Little Miss Drama tour. There's going to be some drama.
look, I think she probably did this on purpose for herself and her tour,
I
as
don't
well
think
as
so.
the political thing.
I don't think so. I think first of all, she is very, I mean, she spoke at Kamala Harris's rally and stuff. So I think she does lean obviously more liberal and Democrat. But I also think that Cardi B is just one of these people that she speaks her mind, bro.
Yeah.
She doesn't care about any ramifications, or she doesn't care what people think. Like, she'll just go on Twitter Spaces and just go off.
I agree. And
So I think that's why people love her. She's authentic.
You're very naive, bro. You're very naive. Like, I love Cardi B too. And I love that she's making
You don't
this
think
point too.
she's authentic? She'll get cheated on and she'll just go on and say, yeah, like F this girl and
True.
just go off.
But-
It's like, dude, Cardi, you got to keep some things private.
Yeah, but bro, like, try to use your pretty little head a little. Like, yes,
So
yeah,
you're saying
she's all
I'm
those
pretty,
things.
at least.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll take that.
She is all those things you say. But so let me read this to you, okay? You can stop me where you think that she's up to something.
Why are you being so condescending right now? But read, go ahead.
During her opening, I can't even fucking read. During opening night of her Little Miss Drama tour. So opening night and drama. Put those two things, okay? In the Palm Desert, California, not relevant really to my point.
Yeah, okay.
Cardi told fans she would confront ICE agents if they showed up. Did you know she had a Little Miss Drama tour happening?
Yeah, of course. Everyone knows
Okay.
she just dropped an album.
Forget I asked that question.
And
Let
there
me
was
go back to
the whole
start.
thing was that she wasn't going to be able to. People thought she was going to be a surprise act at Bad Bunny, but a lot of people were like, no, she's preparing for the Little Miss Drama tour.
Okay, I could have just stopped at opening night and she's drama.
Okay, continue.
She says this ICE thing, right?
God,
clearly she
this
wants the
take
headlines.
is going south.
Clearly she wants the headlines, and I don't hate her for it. Like, good point, well made. But she also wants you to go to the tour. So
And DHS loves this too because they're leaning into it and tweeting back at her.
And then they probably will. Do you think they will go to the tour now? I think they will.
I don't know. Everyone was all up in arms about all of you guys were like, oh my God, the ICE agents are going to show up at the Super Bowl and it's going to be chaos. I didn't see any chaos. Did you?
I mean, that's true. That's true. I wouldn't think, but because Cardi's kind of poking him in the ribs, I think maybe they're like, okay, bet.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a possibility, but I think it's. I don't think it's for clout. I'll say that. I think that's actually how she truly feels, and I
agree with that.
And
too.
I also think DHS is of course, which is just crazy that in a time like this they're just tweeting back at Cardi B.
Right.
But I don't think it's they're going to show up at every one of her tour stops.
I hope not. Good on Cardi B. Final story of the week. David's family, his parents, fighting grand jury testimony in Celeste Rivas' case. They don't want to go. Can they not go? The brother too. So mother, father, and brother, none of them want to testify.
They all live in Texas, remember?
So if we bought them plane fare, would they go? Would they go then? Is it a money thing? Is it a lot
of these affidavits, I guess they were sent, were redacted. It's not a money thing. It says they're not given sufficient information about why they should be considered material witnesses, and they didn't have an opportunity to challenge the court's determination that they are material witnesses.
So they're just doing their thing.
So they filed these documents, if I understand correctly, that saying it violates their due process and they shouldn't be forced to come and testify in front of this grand jury.
Oh, so they're just doing their thing because,
Well, we've been covering this grand jury since November, so clearly if the center of their investigation is their son, I'm assuming they probably want to speak to the family and see what they know.
But the family
and they're
doesn't want to
essentially
snitch on the son.
Yeah, I mean, but they're giving different reasons of why it's violating their rights, of why they shouldn't have to testify.
Oh, well, that's all fair for them to just do. But they're closing in on David. He's likely to be charged with the murder, and they don't want to, put him in jail.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to read this correctly because I know we had so much going on. I forgot I don't believe that they were forced with these. These were documents just them saying they didn't want to go. I don't know if they've come to a solution on whether they have to go. But again,
Speaking of not wrapping up a case for ages, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
This has been open for ages.
That was when was her body? September or August?
Imagine being her family. Imagine being the Rivas family right now.
Oh, okay, so here I got it. So the appeals court has a 10-day deadline for the judge to respond to this.
I love when you read the stories for the first time when we're doing the show.
No,
bro.
I knew what happened.
you
I
knew?
knew what happened. I just didn't know if they were actually forced. I knew that they had said they didn't want to.
You just didn't know the particulars.
But that's the big thing in this story. I mean, obviously, it's a big story if they actually have to come. But again, I've said this from the jump. It's like, if you have nothing to hide, why would you not? Why would you not want
Because
to?
the cops are also trying to get you and trying to get your son. I can
If
understand not
you
working with the cops.
you have nothing to hide, if I'm David and my name has been dragged through the mud,
yeah.
as alleged being with a minor possibly, as well as being tied to the murder.
But we all know.
At some point, I'm not listening to my attorneys. I'm
Yeah,
coming
but we
forward
all-
and saying I had nothing to do with this.
Romantic homicide, bro.
We're circling back to romantic, and also it's like the parents. It's like oh, I don't know what happened here. Yeah, well, I'll come and tell you everything you want to know.
Yeah, well, I think you're making a point, and I think maybe he did do it then.
I don't know, but yeah, I believe they were supposed to appear sometime in February. I did read these documents before yesterday. They're supposed to appear in February, which is signaling that he could be charged soon.
Wow.
Because if now they're circling in on the family, I mean, they've spoken to everybody.
Facts. All right.
Comments. Nancy Guthrie, the real ZARP. Whoever it was who did this, the FBI is definitely the best in the world. Facts. I'm sure that they are reviewing nearby highway cams to find cars driving around about at that hour of the night.
I don't think the FBI is like.
Do I just have too much faith in the FBI? Maybe I just grew up thinking like, if the FBI is involved, they're gonna get the bad.
No, but
guy.
exactly. But maybe back in the day,
maybe I was brainwashed.
Maybe, but also I think the FBI was more of a institution back then. Now everyone's. I mean,
I just imagine
installing whoever they want.
Do not imagine the FBI. They're the best of the best. That's how I always thought.
I hope that's true, but I just don't know that's true anymore, which is kind of sucks.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I mean, this person raised a good point. I thought, like, dude, there's cameras everywhere. It's so easy.
But you're in the middle of the desert.
To go.
You're in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, I guess I just have never been to Tucson.
Lovely. Oh, I haven't. I'd like to go. I want to go. What's that place with all like it's like airy fairy Sedona. I want to go to Sedona.
Sedona's your vibe. I've heard.
I really want to go to Sedona.
It's a beautiful place.
Maybe that's the next.
My mother-in-law's screensaver on her phone is Sedona.
Oh, is that right?
She loved the place.
Oh, shout out to Mrs. Scheller.
Janet McKay. She was targeted. Yeah, I think so.
You
don't.
You think she was think she was targeted?
Yes.
Interesting.
JC Murdoch. That's what I thought. Ransom crime that didn't even know who she was related to. That wouldn't make sense. I don't think you would do a ransom for someone if you didn't know that their wife or their daughter was someone that's very rich and famous.
Unless both of us are kind of right, and it was a home invasion that turned into a kidnapping when you saw who you were.
You've seen too many movies.
Well, this whole thing feels like a movie.
Like kidnaps, and then they're talking to her, and she's like, "My daughter's
you see photos on the wall.
Gonna find you," and they're like, "Daughter."
That's the thing everybody has in their head now. This whole thing feels like a movie, but I hope it has a movie ending, but I don't know.
It's been what, 10 days, right?
Yeah, 13 days.
Kim, the top of the chains need to stop clashing with each other and let the investigation doing the actual work to work together to finance it. Exactly. Like there's a person's life at stake, and you want justice for the family. Like you got to put your egos aside.
True.
Radicand, I don't know what $10 backpack guy looks like. He's not the main guy. He moves like someone asked to remove the camera. Yeah, that's another theory that it isn't just one person, that there's multiple. And Kash Patel, I know you don't have much faith in the FBI clearly, but he said they're looking into multiple people of interest, which makes it seem like, I don't know if they just have different leads or if they think multiple people were involved.
Yeah, but their prime person of interest was Carlos the other day, and
well, they thought he was the guy.
Right,
but also that person they're trying to find the person from the doorbell camera, and they feel like maybe that could lead to more people.
I feel like they're grasping at straws. I hope that's wrong.
Hope not. Nicholas George, imagine if she never went to church to begin with or didn't have a Ring camera. Would we even know she's missing? When would we have known she was missing if so? I mean, eventually the family lived 10 minutes away. I'm sure they would have checked in on their mom. That was another weird, interesting turn. Was that it was like so much misinformation. They were like, oh, a woman she went to church with notified the family that she didn't show up, and then they look into it, and someone was like, oh, well, she only did Zoom since.
Well, it's
COVID.
just a game of telephone. I think it's less
no, but then it
misinformation,
ended up being BS. It made sense because she didn't go actually because she did it over Zoom, but she went to a friend's house to watch it on Zoom.
Right.
So it was that person. So it was like semantics.
It was semantics, yeah.
Miscellaneous. Eminem, what do you all do for Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day tomorrow, isn't it?
Bro, come on, man. You got to be more prepared than that.
The 14th is after the 13th.
It's a fake holiday.
Saturday Valentine's?
It's a fake.
That's weird.
It's a fake holiday anyway.
I know, but
So
I got how
clearly
many hours?
You don't have any reservations.
Oh, reservations?
You're not gonna get
bro.
dinner, dude?
I got little kids.
I have one. We're getting dinner tonight.
Who's looking after the baby?
My mother-in-law. She's in town.
Oh, the mother-in-law's in town.
Yeah.
Shout out. 2 mentions in one show.
Yeah, huge. Happy Valentine's Day
Do
to
we put
everyone.
little in the office? Do we put little?
Oh,
notes
by
on
the way,
each
I
other's
don't.
desk?
This is a stupid thing, but Tawanda was saying in the office yesterday that you and I. This was the dumbest take ever. That you have to ask a girl to be your Valentine like before actual Valentine's Day. What are we in middle school?
Oh, but she must be talking about middle school.
I'm like, are we in middle school?
In middle school, yes.
And it's like you ask someone to be their Valentine on the day. Like sometimes you'll do something cute where you'll write in a card like, "Will you be my Valentine?"
No one. No. That is
kinda,
high school.
But it's
No
kind
one
of
asks-
cute
no.
to do as like a throwback.
No, as a joke, maybe.
Yeah, no, it's kind of.
I think when you ask a girl, "Do you want to go on a date on Valentine's Day?" That implies she's your Valentine. You don't have to ask, "Will you be my
exactly
Valentine?"
like a crazy take. Right?
That's like Ralph Wiggumville. Like that's what Ralph Wiggum
What is
does.
it, Ralph. Wiggum?
The Simpsons. You didn't watch The Simpsons growing up?
Oh, I did. Which one was Ralph? The fat kid?
Yeah, the little.
Oh, okay.
Kind of cute.
Oh, he's husky.
Yeah.
That's actually not nice to talk about a kid like that.
Yeah,
It's a cartoon.
Yeah, you might be cancelled for that.
Yeah. Okay.
But remember, they put little notes on each other's desks.
Yeah. No, we did that.
That's what my daughter at school's doing.
Yeah,
today.
you write all your fellow students' names
Yes.
and you put like a little candy on it.
I don't think Ralph got anyone in his little box though. That's was
Well,
what it made me
we
thought.
were forced to. You gave it to everyone in the class.
See, I mean, that builds up expectation. Not everyone can like you.
Oh wow, dude, you're trying to crush kids early, huh?
Oh, what a show! Fired
What a
up.
show.
All right.